Griffin Canning on the mound for the New York Mets, who wear their City Connects for the first time this year. Little misty, little colder than yesterday, but still as much buzz in this place as we get set for Mets and Blue Jays.
And he whacks one of the air to left center. Cutting back is Siri. He'll get there in the gap with Nimmo, and Nimmo makes the catch for the first out of the night. And he goes upstairs with the fastball to strike out Guerrero, as Vladdy expands his strike zone and strikes out for the second out.
You know, Vladdy does not strike out, so this is good pitching by Canning. Probably expecting a slider or another changeup, and he gets him at the top of the strike zone.
Did not go, and it's ball 4 as Santander draws a walk. And a swing and a base hit through the right side. The grass really slowed it down, and Santander picked that up. He watched that ball all the way into the outfield, and as a result easily comes around to third.
Well, and another reason too is that because it's so wet, it's going to be challenging for these outfielders to field it cleanly and make a good throw. So Santander took a good gamble. You could see the water coming off that ball as it rolled into right field, and Santander peeks over his shoulder, sees where Soto is, and takes advantage of it and moves all the way to third base.
Canning gets him looking at a slider for strike 3 call.
Now Chris Bassitt is coming off a terrific first start of his season.
Preparing for his initial at bat, Francisco Lindor getting some advice from hitting coach Jeremy Barnes. And Lindor shoots one the other way down the left field line for a base hit. Tiptoeing toward the ball is Roden, so Lindor will go to second, and he's standing with another leadoff double. Second straight day that Lindor has started the first inning by doubling the other way.
Well, interesting, 2 fastballs from Bassitt to start this at bat. First one taken, second one not by Lindor. Beautiful hitting. When he's hitting the ball the other way from the left side, he's starting to get close.
In the air to center. Well hit. Straw, though, backs up, makes the catch. Lindor tagging, and is in there ahead of the throw. Alonso ready, Bassitt ready. 3-2, he got him swinging at a breaking ball for out number 2.
I tell you what, that's what makes him so tough to hit. He is so unpredictable, and he's so confident that he can throw all of his pitches any time. And this is that good breaking ball, a sweeper away from Alonso. It starts out over the plate. You can see how far ahead Alonso was on that 3-2 breaking ball. Terrific pitch.
And a weak roller out to second. Jimenez has it, and Bassitt gets out of it, stranding that leadoff double.
Jesse Winker leads off the home second for New York against Chris Bassitt, and he hooks one into right field for a base hit. Chased toward the line by Springer, but it goes all the way to the wall. And Winker dives into second base with a leadoff double. So the Mets, for the second straight inning, have a leadoff 2-base hit as Winker picks up his first extra base hit of the season.
And Winker staying back on this breaking ball and then just dumping it into right field. Very good hitting on that changeup. George Springer running after that ball almost fell down 2 times. So it tells you how slippery it is out there.
It is definitely an adventure for the outfielders today.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him with another sinker inside, 1 out.
And strike 3 called. Bassitt with back-to-back strikeouts. 1-2 is popped up, foul territory. 3 Blue Jays converge on it, and Guerrero makes the catch.
For a second straight frame, Bassitt surrenders a leadoff double and then shuts it down from there.
4th inning, a couple of veteran pitchers going head-to-head and both working out of trouble and settling in. 1-2 coming. Hit down to first, and Alonso makes a difficult stop and takes it to the bag. That ball had a lot of spin coming off the end of the bat. And he got him looking. Fastball on the outside corner. And Springer begs to differ with Emil Jimenez. 6 strikeouts now for Griffin Canning.
Ball 4, a 2-out walk.
Blue Jays, they haven't been able to muster a whole lot of offense.
2-1 on the way. On the ground, Lindor to his left, scoops and flips, and that retires the side.
Griffin Canning, 4 scoreless innings tonight. Now we go to the bottom of the 4th. No score, bottom 4. Bases are clear, 2 outs. Here's Winker, who doubled his last time.
As Winker lines one to right, and that's in front of Springer, and it gets on by him, and Winker's off to the races. He's going to round second and go to third. And Winker arrives safely with a 2-out triple. A sinking line drive that Springer got too close to, and it bounces by him, and Winker's got himself a 3-base hit. Second extra base hit of the night for Winker.
Line drive on a heavy air night with some water is going to dive quicker, and that's what happens to this one on Springer. Could not get his whole body in front of it to block it, so once it got through, Winker with the triple.
Vientos will try and get him in. Mark struck out his first time up, now 0 for his last 16.
Swing and a miss. Got him to chase a cutter away, and another big strikeout for Bassitt.
Alan Roden will lead off, the number 9 hitter. Walked his first time up.
And he pulls one through the right side, a base hit to get it started here in the 5th for the Blue Jays. And that's a base hit just over the glove of Lindor. That's why Roden had to wait to make sure it got past Lindor. And the Blue Jays have 2 men on with nobody out.
And here comes Carlos Mendoza. So he left him in to face Bassitt. He will not leave Canning in to face Guerrero. Jose Butto on to pitch to Vladimir Guerrero Jr. with 2 aboard and nobody out in a scoreless game in the 5th.
And a base hit into left. Roden is getting the way. The throw will come into third, and the RBI single by Guerrero gives the Blue Jays a 1-0 lead.
So now the bases are loaded for Kirk. And Kirk goes down swinging on a high hard one, and a hand slip off the bat, and Butto gets a big second out. 1-2 coming to George Springer. Ground ball left side. Past Vientos, grabbed by Lindor on a hop to first. In time, side retired. Lindor from deep in the hole throws out Springer, and Butto able to limit the damage to 1 run.
Chris Bassitt, who steps back on the hill and faces the bottom third of the Met order, starting with Brett Beatty. The 0-2. Called strike 3. Missed his spot, but a great miss for Chris Bassitt. 7 punch out on the day. 1 out.
And he rings up another one. Back-to-back strikeouts here to begin the bottom of the 5th. Got him. Chris Bassitt strikes out the side.
And he keeps the Blue Jays in front with his 9th K of the day.
Roden's been on base twice at the bottom of the order with a walk and a single.
He hits this one well. Right center field. Off the base of the wall. And Roden is into second base with a stand-up double. He's been on base all 3 times tonight.
2 outs, runner on second. Bo Bichette up 1-0 Blue Jays.
Fair ball down the left field line. Roden in to score, and Bichette on his way into second with an RBI double. It is 2-0.
Well, it's just a matter of time before this offense really starts to click.
Chris Bassitt's been hot all night. 3 hits, no walks, 9 strikeouts. He's retired the last 7. And Nimmo rolls over 1 to second base. 1 pitch and 1 out for Bassitt, who just keeps on rolling along.
Of the regular season.
Weekly hit to short, charged by Bichette, and they got him. 2 down.
And he lines one into left field for a base hit to snap an 0 for 17 stretch. And John Schneider on his way to the mound. Bassitt at 92 pitches, and he's coming out of the game. So after 6 2/3, Bassitt in complete command will leave. Veteran right-hander Jimmy Garcia comes in to try and get the final out in the 7th. And Beatty cracks one into right field for a base hit. Vientos will go first to third. So Brett Beatty breaks out. Vientos and Beatty consecutive base hits, and now the Mets have the tying runs on base, and Jose Siri coming up. And he takes it high, ball 4, and that loads him up. And now Senger is being called back to the dugout, and it's going to be starting Marte to bat for Senger.
Weekly hit. Garcia's got it, and he'll take it himself.
So the Mets leave him loaded in the 7th. They're now 0 for 8 with runners in scoring position. And Lindor takes a pitch, and it's ball 4, and the Mets will get the tying run to bat with Soto. And Soto punches one toward the middle, base hit. Lindor to second, he'll pull in there. Soto didn't get much of it, but he was able to float it past Jimenez into center field, and the Mets have the tying runs on base. So now 2 out, runners at the corners. Jesse Winker is due up, and he's going to bat for himself against the lefty. And Winker drives one out to right field. Back goes Springer to the warning track, and he can't get it. It bounces away. In to score is Lindor. Soto scores to tie the game. Winker heads for third. He'll have his 2nd triple of the night. Jesse Winker has tied the game with a 2-run, 3-base hit. What a night for Jesse.
Jesse Winker. Springer is hurt. Jesse Winker had not had a triple since 2021. He's now got 2 tonight.
George Springer being helped off the field after running into the fence, trying to chase down Jesse Winker's game-tying triple. Tie game, 9th inning. Edwin Diaz came into a tie game on Wednesday against the Marlins and threw a scoreless inning with some help from Luis Torrens.
And Rodin takes a fastball on the inside corner. Strike 3 call.
Shot back to the mound, off the glove of Diaz, and everybody is safe.
Santander down on strikes. Struck him out. Got him with a slider. Diaz bends but does not break.
Lindor with a double and a walk tonight.
Siri the winning run at third. Torrens at first, 1 out. And Lindor gets a breaking ball and drills it to right center. Over comes the center fielder Straw. Tagging is Siri. He comes in to score, and the Mets have a walk-off win at Citi Field. Lindor wastes no time, jumps on a first pitch breaking ball and lines a sacrifice fly, and the Mets win it 3-2.